Husqvarna is dedicated to providing consumers all over the world with outdoor power equipment of the highest quality, designed to achieve the best possible results. Your Husqvarna trimmer has been designed to take grass trimming to new levels of ease and comfort. Unique features include Smart Start, which takes the strain out of pulling the start handle, and an automatic return stop switch that ensures the machine is always ready for the quickest possible startup. The following guide will enable you to be properly prepared for using your trimmer, help you maintain it, and get the most out of it. Thank you for choosing a Husqvarna trimmer. We trust that you will find using your machine enjoyable and rewarding, from the second you pick it up to the moment you put it down. Before using the product, please take a little time to study the owner's manual. It will make the whole trimming experience safer and more pleasurable. Choose hearing protection that provides you with adequate noise reduction. Protection for your eyes is also essential. Wear protective glasses, even if you choose to wear a visor. The Husqvarna accessories range includes approved ear protectors, eye protectors, and goggles. Gloves should also be worn when operating the machine, and especially when fitting cutting attachments to your trimmer. Footwear, preferably boots, should be sturdy and non-slip, and you should never use a trimmer barefoot. Clothes should be made of strong fabric, and avoid wearing loose clothing that can catch on bushes, branches, or obstacles. Your trimmer is powered by an efficient two-stroke engine. Always use a mixture of petrol and two-stroke engine oil. For your convenience, there is a pre-mixed petrol available. If you choose to mix petrol and engine oil yourself, please use a good quality engine oil and mix oil and petrol in the correct ratio. More information can be found in your owner's manual. The 6-stage decal on the top of the engine will help remind you which startup procedure to follow. Thanks to the unique Smart Start feature, starting your trimmer should be as easy as possible. To start your trimmer from a cold engine, begin by firmly pressing the fuel pump bulb 10 times until you can see fuel filling the bulb. However, the bulb does not need to be completely filled. Then push the choke lever fully to the left to its full choke position. With the engine held firmly on the ground with your left hand, grip the starter handle with your right hand and pull the handle, quickly and powerfully 3 times. Continue by sliding the choke lever to the half choke position. Pull the starter handle again until the engine properly starts. To finish, simply switch the choke lever back to the off position. Starting the engine from warm is even easier. Begin by switching the choke to the half choke position. Then pull the starter handle quickly and powerfully until the engine starts. As before, finish by switching the choke lever back to its off position. With a Husqvarna trimmer, a combination of quality engineering and ergonomic design make the job of trimming as enjoyable as it is efficient. The trimmer will remove grass and weeds at the edge of your lawn and in other places your lawnmower cannot reach, such as against walls, fences, trees and borders. To get the best results, follow these few simple tips. Hold the trimmer head at an angle just above the ground. More cord is fed when the trimmer head and its blue knob is bumped or pushed into the ground during full throttle. There is a knife on the cutting equipment guard that adjusts the line to the appropriate length if too much cord is fed. It is the end of the line that does the work. For efficient grass cutting, the cord length should be close to the maximum length. You also need a high rotational speed on the trimmer head. By using the rotational direction of the trimmer head, you will be able to avoid spraying grass cuttings on paths and other areas where you do not want them. However, a little caution is also required. The power and speed of the line does mean that without care, you can damage sensitive bark on trees and bushes, fence posts, or garden furniture. To replace and reload the line in your trimmer head, begin by locating the two buttons on either side of the trimmer head. Push these two buttons to release both the spool housing and spool that will hold the cutting line. Remove the spool from the spool housing. Release 6 meters of new line and fold it double. Hook the looped end of the folded line onto the spool and begin winding. Try to keep the line as tight as possible and avoid crossing the lines. They should run in parallel around the spool. Continue winding until you are left with approximately 15 centimeters of line. Then feed each end of the line into the two locking holes on the spool. Replace the spool in the spool housing. After the spool is put back into the spool housing, fold the cord ends into the slots of the metal eyelets. When you have clicked the spool housing back onto the trimmer, more cord is fed when the trimmer head and its blue knob is bumped or pushed into the ground during full throttle. There is a knife on the cutting equipment guard that adjusts the line to the appropriate length if too much cord is fed. It is the end of the line that does the work. For efficient grass cutting, the cord length should be close to the maximum length. You also need a high rotational speed on the trimmer head. We hope you found this film informative and inspiring. Enjoy your Husqvarna garden and your trimmer.